I think, being an optimist, or at least knowing that every opportunity, whether it is a success or a failure, offers some moment of clarity and an opportunity to grow, reflective growth. What did I do wrong in this situation? How could I have done it differently that would have given me a different consequence? Our lives are about relationships, and in every relationship, whether it's personal or at home or in business, we all face decisions, and each decision opportunity has a consequence at the back end of it. And when we have failures and when we are disappointed, or, when we're not real happy with what we've done or what we've said, there's a way to turn that around if we look for the positive root that's in that negative space. And by that, I mean, I make a mistake and I adjust and I say, okay, well, I'm not going to face the similar or next situation with that same response. So that opportunity to grow gives us sort of that next door to open up and, face the next situation a little bit differently than we did before, if it was one that, ended in failure for us.
Is that a real intentional process as you talk there about identifying, okay, what went well, what didn't go well? In my mind, I think of, sitting down with a notebook, maybe with 2 columns and writing it all out. How do you mentally process success and setback?
Well, anytime I have a failure or a setback, there's something that I've done either in my pre-planning stage of how I was going to respond or in the response itself. My success is my success, but the failure is also mine. So whenever I go into a situation where I've got to make a major decision, I always try and look at what the possibilities are. I'm always looking forward to the positive outcome, but I also try to analyze what could possibly go wrong in this situation. And if it's a situation that's similar to something I've experienced in the past, then I reflect on what that outcome was. And if it was negative, that's a red flag for me, because if I've already experienced the negative consequence of a decision, then I don't want to go down that road again. So it helps ground me in focusing on what's positive, but what can be the red flags or the negatives. And in knowing both, it's like, you could make a list of pros and cons, the old Ben Franklin kind of comparative list, and whatever helps you in that critical thinking process, I think is what you should go through. We can try our best to make the good outcome, but we've got to be prepared for the negative as well.